I thought it was pretty funny I thought it was interesting seeing the streets as we were in the boat, because that's not normal, right? Being on a boat in the streets. So we passed by cars that were just abandoned, with the water all the way up to halfway up the window. The fences were like knocked down, and I had never seen anything like that. And it was interesting because my friend evacuated the day before, and when I was Snapchatting and she saw my video, she said, "Hey, wait, that's the same guy that evacuated me yesterday." So it was pretty cool seeing that the same guys were staying around and helping out, and really helping out the community in any way they could, even though I think they were from Dallas, actually. So they were really helpful, and it was pretty interesting to see that they had helped from down the street all the way to where I was.
Were you guys one of the last people to evacuate?
Yes, we were. Again, because we thought nothing would happen, so we didn't think we were going to leave until the very last minute. So we were one of the last families to leave our neighborhood.
What were like some of the thoughts you guys had when like water started coming in your house? Like,
so the water didn't come through the doors, so taping up the doors doesn't help. The water actually started coming in through the drain, and then it started seeping in through the walls and through the floorboard. Our first thought was, oh, this is just going to be a couple inches, because it just sort of seeps. It's really slow. It started seeping around like maybe 10 at night. So our first thoughts were, oh, that's fine. We'll just be in a couple, like ankle deep water. But when we woke up in the morning, it was suddenly like a whole foot, and that's when we started thinking, oh no, we have to get out of here. We don't have food, we don't have access to running water, our electricity got turned off because we didn't want things to blow up in the water. So it was kind of suddenly, it was very sudden.
And so, did you guys have flood insurance? Why or why not?
We didn't have flood insurance because we were in the part of Katy where you would never expect it to flood. There was a bayou next to us, and actually it turns out we were part of a developed area that wasn't supposed to be developed. I think the contractors, I'm not really sure the details of it, but our neighborhood had to file a lawsuit against the builders, I think, because they weren't even supposed to build houses there.
And how many of them did you say flooded?
Every house in our neighborhood flooded. All 99 houses flooded. A lot of my friends in the neighborhood were really devastated about their own personal belongings, because one of my friends had a lot of books that she loved. She collected since elementary school, but since she has a one-story house, she wasn't able to put them up higher, so all her books were destroyed. Her camera, she had left it on the floor, so her camera was destroyed. So I could feel the devastation in our neighborhood. And my mom also went back and cried a little over the house because she saw the mold creeping up on the walls, the places where we would mark our height over the course of our childhood, that had to be taken away. So she was also really devastated about that, the memories in the house. A lot of the people in our neighborhood, came back around the same time to do the demolition to the house. So you could see piles and piles of sheetrock and wood and just broken furniture and old clothes and suitcases full of dirt, and the sewage smell throughout the streets was actually really strong. When I came back to help move furniture out, traffic was terrible. Trying to get into my neighborhood took almost 30 minutes. There was cars parked along the whole street. You couldn't find a parking spot in the neighborhood. There were U-Hauls everywhere trying to get things out. There's piles of debris everywhere. Fences were broken. Windows might have been broken into, or doors were put up with like wooden big X's, just kind of put there, and it seemed like a wasteland, kind of desolate. And in terms of our lifestyle, we invite people over almost every week now to just say thank you to the people who helped out, or just to open our house into the community to our neighbors. Now we're inviting them over more because we just see that the house isn't really ours. The house could be taken away by a natural disaster so quickly. So the fact that we have the house, it's a blessing. So our family decided that it was going to be more open, and every week again we have gatherings, we have barbecues, just to say thank you, and just to know how blessed we are by the house that we have, to even have a house over our heads. So that has changed us. I think we're a lot more grateful for what we have and for every single belonging that we have. We see the value in that, and because not having anything so suddenly was really shocking to us, and really opened our eyes to see how blessed we are to have what we have. So we definitely have grown more close as a family and shared